and welcome to the Journal program from WIHS. I'm Jack Pike, your host, and today we are continuing the discussion with Margaret Beacott, who is president of the Connecticut Right to Life Education Alliance, to address critical beginning and end-of-life issues, but especially regarding the continuing abortion industry's attempts to expand the scourge of the taking of human life before birth and up to the time of birth. When we began yesterday, Margaret was talking about what led to the formation of the group.
So in 1974, Connecticut Right to Life was formed shortly after the legalization of abortion in America throughout the country. It was a group of people that started saying, well, we need to try and fight this and get that law changed. So they started Connecticut Right to Life as lobbyists. So they would go to Hartford and try and convince the legislators to, get that law changed. At the time, that's all that was really necessary. But 50-something years later, there was a need to change that a little bit. And in order to do that, we started the Education Alliance portion of Connecticut Right to Life. So that portion is where we go out to the public and we try to teach the public about the laws and the repercussions and things like that regarding abortion in, it was the whole United States, but then now it's just Connecticut that we center things on. So we did... So we did make Connecticut Right to Life Education Alliance a 401c3, which is a tax-deductible organization because the things we do requires money, and we need the funds to be able to do that. So
we have that same issue here.
Right? Yeah, I bet. How we came to be, the Education Alliance, just because we're trying to reach out in a different way now than they were in years past. We bring light to them that they've never heard before because most of the time they just think all of it is okay. The way things are now and how they've come to be, how they are. And we try to enlighten them of what the real laws are because most people don't even know it, and how that came to be and how it really affects us in a negative way. So Connecticut Right to Life does protect life from conception until natural death.
So your specific target audience is more the public and churches as opposed to legislators?
Yes, the Connecticut Right to Life itself does the lobbying with the legislators.
And some of the future plans going forward for Right to Life?
Future plans, well, we just had our conference last Sunday. Any other future plans? We're planning another conference in the spring down in Niantic, Connecticut. And I'm still working on the speakers for that one. But I am hoping to get they spoke about Hannah. I don't have her last name in front of me. So Hannah is a IVF baby that was frozen for 30 years. And she gives talks. So we're hoping to get her at our talk, and we also will have a member of Save the One. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
Save the One is an organization that really concentrates on letting the public know that they are the one. They are that 1% of rape and incest babies that were born. We're allowed to be born, put it that way. And because a lot of people think, abortion's okay, except in the case of rape and incest. And that's really not the case because those are still babies.
Yes.
And that's what these people want you to know. Save the one. I'm that one. And it is only 1% of abortions that are done because of rape and incest. Of all the abortions done, it's only 1%. So that's why it's Save the One. You can look that up. Save the number one.
Okay.
I think it's .org, but either not, it's .com. So, but they're a great organization. So we're going to have one of their members come and talk too, because we always seem to forget about that baby. It's not the baby's fault of what the parents did.
Correct. It's correct. And I know that there's been a lot, and I think Dr. Rex talked about this. Did I pronounce it right, Dr. Rex?
Rex.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she talked about the frozen embryo adoption, which is really a wonderful thing going on because there are thousands and thousands of frozen embryos that are out
the number,
there.
And I can't remember the number.
Yeah, I don't either, but
but it was a lot.
yeah, and if you can have this person speak, that would be a wonderful thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's our plan for the springtime. And then we also have a group of ladies that go in and talk to any group that you'd want them to talk to. They give their testimony and, a little history of Connecticut Right to Life and kind of tell you what we do and then about the laws directly in Connecticut that would affect whatever age group it was. So we try to get into the religion classes, the churches, the schools, if they let us.
Right. Yeah.
And so, it's tough. So, like I said, we just started doing this, but we have a lot of plans and to move forward. And our big thing, especially at the fairs, is we have these signs that say, "Did you know?"
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of our motto is, "Did you know?" Did you even know that in Connecticut, a minor can get an abortion and the parents don't even know?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so people, they read our signs and they're like, "I didn't know that." So they don't even know. They're agreeing, saying abortion is fine and it's great. But once you start looking at the laws that they're allowing surrounding that, it's just, you have to start questioning all of it.
That's certainly, it's one of the things that, even with the gender dysphoria and gender identity issue, is that these things are being done behind the parents' back. Without them knowing it through the school, and you're seeing the same thing through abortion and these other issues. It's very frightening, actually. What's going on.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other points that you would want to bring out regarding things that maybe I haven't asked you?
One other thing I'd like to add is since you can't directly donate to on the website at this moment, we're just finishing that up right now. We do have a P.O. box that donations could be mailed to, and that is P.O. Box 232 in Versailles, Connecticut, and the zip is 06383. And we'd be more than happy to take in any donations so we can further our cause and help educate the public on the atrocities of abortion.
And at what point do you anticipate being able to do this through the website, being able to donate?
We're hoping in a week. Our website designer just became a grandmother yesterday and another one today, two of her children. And so we're kind of on a hold at the moment, but she's supposed to be working on that and completing that as soon as she can.
You have been listening to part 2 of my discussion with Margaret Beacott, president of the Connecticut Right to Life Education Alliance. For more information, you can visit their website at ctrleducationalliance.org. The phone number is 203-560-1637. Mailing address is CTRL Education Alliance, Post Office Box 232, Versailles, Connecticut 06383. If you need further help with this information, you may call WIHS during our business hours 9 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed have been of the participant, not necessarily those of the staff or management of WIHS. I'm Jack Pike for WIHS News.